Hey guys, welcome back to the High Point Land Series. We've gotten a lot of questions about how the potential banking closures or banking crisis could affect land values. And the reality is, from our experience, I mean, not investment advice, just opinion here from someone that's very involved in many land real estate transactions across a huge area. As a real estate broker, the land values have stabilized because interest rates have gone up, and they usually have brought land prices down. So why have they stabilized? And the answer is cash coming out of banks. What we've seen buyers and sellers doing is saying, hey, I have land, which is a tangible asset, which more than likely isn't going to get taken away. Traditionally, you have money in a savings account, money in a checking account, money in a CD, safest place for your money outside of treasuries and other things like that potentially, right? So when the banks start going down, or there's been some really crazy things happening in the banking industry, what does land offer? And buyers are asking that and calling and becoming interested in land as an investment to get the money out of the banks for the first time ever. And we're teaching folks about the topic of land investment because they're asking these questions. So we're teaching them about that and see if that makes sense for them to buy properties that High Point has for sale. The reality is those folks are taking cash out of the bank, out of CDs, out of positions that may or may not be as safe as what they maybe thought they were. Whether they are or not, I'm not 100% sure. However, there's a shift in buyers coming out of banks and out of cash and going into tillable land and recreational land because it's tangible. The crops that are producing the cash flow off of that are not tied necessarily 100% to banks. They're more tied to food production, ethanol production, and tens of thousands of products that corn and soybeans and wheat and different commodities that are grown on certain properties are supported by. So if a cornfield produces everything from toothpaste to ethanol to feed chickens and hogs and cows and produce protein all over the world, is that a safer investment for that corn production or for that soybean production or hay or cotton or whatever that commodity is that's grown on that farm compared to cash in the bank or a CD or different things of that nature? And the buyers are telling us that the answer is yes. They're telling us that they don't necessarily want all their eggs in the basket of the bank. So they're starting to pull some of those funds out and put it into land that can be rented and produce a cash flow or a stable investment to part of their portfolio. So a little bit about what the banking crisis and rocky road that's going through could mean for land prices. If I had to guess and I had a crystal ball, I would put that guess on stability of the land market. And there's been many things from the past that have offered stability through the land market, which is what keeps the land market stable, is folks that are interested in buying land for tangible investment that want stability in their portfolio, want a place to go when things happen like COVID. We saw a run up in land prices in the recreational space. Now we're seeing a stability or an increase in tillable land because of that banking crisis. So people consistently over the course of the past decades have flocked to land as an inflation hedge, as a place to have something of their own that they can protect as a tangible asset that produces cash flow, that has market stability. So a little bit about what the banking crisis could mean for land prices. If I had to guess, I think it would mean more stability, more people involved in the land market as buyers and owners and landlords renting the property out to continue to offer stability to their portfolio with the tangible asset of land.